AIO thinking about breaking up with my fiancé due to how he treats my special needs sister. Would like to know if I'm being overdramatic or overreacting. I'm 29 years old and my fiancé is also 29. We've known each other since 2015 because he attends the same religious church as me. We started dating in 2022 and he proposed to me in February of this year. We have plans to get married in October. He's an only child and I have one little sister who has some special needs. With me being an only sibling to my little sister who is 19. If something were to happen to my parents and when they can no longer care for her, she'll be living with me. She's not severely disabled. She has Down syndrome and a low IQ. She's very independent though. She can walk, talk, eat, shop, do a lot of life skills on her own with minimal assistance. She's just very vulnerable and isn't aware of safety. My fiancé is fully aware of the circumstances regarding our future and has accepted her living with us. It becomes a topic a lot since we're also considering having our own kids. So not all of the time, but sometimes when my fiancé and I go out I include my sister. I do respite for my sister, and I get paid to do respite for her. Again, my fiancé has always been acceptable with me including her when we hang out. We went out yesterday and I included my sister. My whole night felt ruined because of him. We went out to eat and my sister was trying to order, he kept rushing her when she was stuttering a bit. I didn't make a scene and kept silent due to not wanting to make a scene. We went to the mall next to go shop at my sister's and I's favorite store. My fiancé stayed out of the store. Which was fine because this store is aimed towards women. When we got done with shopping, and my little sister was showing him what she got, he didn't say anything and didn't even show any interest. I confronted him a bit and he made a rude remark saying, "God forbid me not caring about your sister fragrances." Our last stop was Target. I had to get some things and I had my sister help with scanning things. He seemed annoyed and told me that she needs to speed things up because this is awkward. Mind you, there wasn't even a line and multiple of self-checkouts were open. When he dropped me off at home yesterday, I didn't even say anything. As much as I want us to grow together, I can't be with someone who belittles my sister. Do I have the right to be upset?
Relevant comments. Commenter, I can empathize with both of you here. I had a niece with special needs and it can be a lot. So I can't blame anyone for not being ready to have that in their life, but it's important for him to respectfully say, "I'm sorry, I'm not ready for that," instead of lying to you to keep his romantic access, to put it overly politely. Huge red flag. Try to work it out with him if you want, but for the sake of the kids, don't have this man's kids. Being a parent requires way more patience than he's shown he's capable of, and you just know if one of them is disabled he'll blame you and your family's genes.
OP, his mother actually asked my parents about our gene pool when we went out with his parents one time, but said afterwards that she would love her grandchild regardless. So I just let that one go.
Commenter 2, I'm confused about what was awkward at Target? Her in general? Her speed while checking items or a lack thereof? Either way, I'd be offended and feel protective of her because I can't see his perspective about either being valid. I'm so sorry he was mean to you and toward her. The term red flag exists for this reason. Continue the engagement but be very aware of what and how he says things. If you continue to see red flags, make the hat choice sooner than later.
OP, I was having her scan items because it's a goal she works on since she gets state services for her intellectual disability. We had a full cart and it was taking a little longer than usual to finish because she would accidentally scan something twice. So the staff was kind of hanging close around us in case we needed assistance. I think he low-key feels embarrassed just by her presence and feels like we're being stared at. Update. I posted on here a few days ago regarding my fiancé and my special needs little sister. Some people wanted an update. After posting about it, reading most of the comments and doing deep thinking, I've decided to cut ties with him last Sunday. It was one of the most hardest things that I've had to do because we've had our future planned out and he was my first relationship. Family will always come first for me, and I'm not going to be with someone who is an ableist. Especially when him and I can end up with a disabled child someday, because muscular dystrophy does run in my family. As far as my future, I'm a pediatric RN, so I'm going to keep focusing on my career. I have a savings account set up, so I'm planning on applying for an apartment very soon. I'm also going on a Bahamian cruise in October that was supposed to be our honeymoon, but I'll be going with my best friend instead. So I'm ecstatic for that. I'm going to keep living my life as best as I can and not dwell over a relationship that obviously wasn't meant to be. For the few people who made comments such as that I'm just going to end up single because no one wants the package that I come with. Just know that I see the ableism in you and you might want to humble yourselves, because anyone can become disabled respectfully. Edit. How did my ex take the news of the breakup? It went pretty sour, but I expected it because he has a pretty short temper. Which is crazy to admit, because we are both a part of the LDS church. A little context. So before officially breaking up, on Saturday we went out, because I really wanted to get down to the root of the problem on why he was so disgusted by my sister. He started gaslighting me and making me feel like it was a me issue. That's when I knew that it wasn't going to work, and on Sunday I had him come over to my house and I told him that we're done. He started crying and apologizing, then he turned into a hothead and demanded the ring back, and everything that I owned that he brought for me. Crazy, right? Mind you, this happened at my parents' house where I'm currently living. They were already aware of his behavior. When he demanded everything back and refused to leave my bedroom. I just texted my mom for help because it was the first time that he showed genuine rage at me and I didn't want to get physically hurt. My dad, who is a retired cop, came up and told him to leave. Edit 2. Did I give him the ring back? The ring I absolutely did give back. But clothes that I own and have worn multiple of times, car keys that he had insisted to replace when I lost mine in the past, and other petty things like that I refused to just give back.